Week 1, Buffalo Bills versus LA Rams, top fantasy players. First, let's go through some of these matchups. The Bills did bring in Jordan Phillips, Taran Johnson, and also Tim Settle. LA Rams have lost 2 starters on that offensive line from last year's Super Bowl. Now, just take a look at this matchup here. Jordan Phillips and Taran Johnson versus David Edwards, their starting left guard. Jordan Phillips is 74 overall, Taran Johnson 75, but specifically take a look at their overall strength ratings. Phillips is 88 overall, Taran Johnson is 88 overall, David Edwards is 82 overall. So I think the speed matchup, Jordan Phillips, Taran Johnson could definitely outwork David Edwards, be much stronger, especially against the point of attack, against the run. And I think that is something the Bills are definitely going to benefit from in this game. Now, the other person I want to take a look at here for the Bills is actually the other free agent signing that we brought in is Tim Settle. And you can clearly see that Tim Settle's strength is 88 overall as well. So this is still a benefit going against that left guard in the interior. We all know that Ed Oliver has been with the Bills for quite a while, and we could see that Ed Oliver is the best defensive tackle on our team. He actually has 89 strength. This is a great benefit for the Bills in the interior of that offensive line. Here's their starting center too. He's rated 71 overall. You can see his strength is 83 overall. The other weak point on the LA Rams is their starting left tackle, Joseph Noteboom. He is 71 overall. Now there's a difference here going against Von Miller, Greg Rousseau. Von Miller's going to mix and match on each side of the field. Greg Rousseau could very well be matched up against him. We're going to take a look at even Shaq Lawson in a minute here. But just take a look at the matchups here. You know, Von Miller and Greg Rousseau. Von Miller's strength is 84. Greg Rousseau's strength is 78. Noteboom's strength is 87. So this guy's strong. He's physical. If he gets his hands on these guys, there's a chance that he could win. But take a look at his speed and acceleration specifically. Noteboom's speed is 73. His acceleration is 78. Take a look at Von Miller's acceleration and Greg Rousseau's acceleration and speed. Miller, 86. His speed is 85. Rousseau's acceleration is 90. And Rousseau's speed is 83. So more than 10 points over Noteboom. And we're talking about pass rushing situations here. We see the interior of our offensive line, the defensive tackles being stout and strong. And then we have Von Miller and Greg Rousseau who are fast and should bend off the edge. Here, just to give you the other defensive ends on this team, you know, the Bills rotate players in and out, and these are kind of a little bit stronger. Shaq Lawson with 85 strength, AJ Epinesa with 84, Carlos Boogie Basham with 81, and the ratings there 72, 72, and 70. This is a key matchup for the Bills that no one is really talking about, but Troy Hill, one of the best nickel cornerbacks in the NFL, going against Isaiah Mckenzie and Jamison Crowder. I mentioned it in my previous video. Right now, at this point in the season, Josh Allen plus Isaiah Mckenzie is greater than Josh Allen plus Jamison Crowder. So if anything here, I think Isaiah Mckenzie is the player to look at, but Troy Hill, again, is the 6th best cornerback in the NFL last year, nickel cornerback, going against Isaiah Mckenzie. I would stay away from Isaiah Mckenzie and Jamison Crowder in this matchup. Gabe Davis getting an opportunity here as a true opposite wide receiver of Stefan Diggs. This is a great opportunity. This is the great matchup for the Bills here. You could see Gabe Davis is 80 overall. David Long is 74. Robert Roquel is 67 overall. So this is a huge matchup for Gabe Davis, especially if he wants to prove himself. Look at the matchup here. I mean, he's a lot better. His speed is 90. He's just as fast as these cornerbacks, and he's stronger too. So I really like that, and his awareness. Gabe Davis should definitely exploit these 2 cornerbacks. Interesting matchup here with Bob Babich moving from the cornerbacks, helping now with the linebackers. Tremaine Edmonds wanting to get better in pass coverage this season will be going against Tyler Higby, as well as Matt Milano. Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds, they're great blitzers. They're great pursuit block shedders. They do everything pretty dang well. but pass coverage, Tyler Higby, 6'6", the matchup here, look how even it is. Tremaine Edmonds, 84 overall. Matt Milano, 81 overall. Tyler Higby is 83 overall. The speed ratings were a little bit faster, but Higby's got the strength. He's got the awareness. He's got great catching ability. It's going to be a great matchup to watch. Cooper Kupp versus Taran Johnson. Now, Cooper Kupp is his own creature. 98 overall versus Taran Johnson, one of the best slot cornerbacks in the NFL at 82. Cooper Kupp definitely has the advantage because of how smart he is. And I think, they could definitely just exploit this the way it is right now. But the problem is that we have Kaiir Elam, Dane Jackson, or Christian Benford starting on the outside without Trey White. And I think McVay is going to try to roll him on the outside. But take a look at this matchup here. Cooper Kupp versus Taran Johnson. Cooper Kupp 98 overall, Taran Johnson 82 overall. And then you could see here on the outside, Cooper Kupp could very well be going against Kaiir Elam, Dane Jackson, and they also have Allen Robinson. Fortunately for us, Van Jefferson is out. But Allen Robinson alone has an advantage over Kaiir Elam and Dane Jackson and also Christian Benford. Allen Robinson, 82 overall, Kaiir Elam, 73, and Dane Jackson, 67. You could take a look at their skill sets a little bit. Allen Robinson with 70 strength. Kaiir Elam's strength is 60. Dane Jackson's is 54. Sean McVay lost 2 starters on this offensive line from last year's Super Bowl and didn't replace them with any better talent. Therefore, McVay should be concerned about protecting Stafford in this matchup, and him being up in age, plus his shoulder injury he's been managing for years. McVay will likely try to establish the run against the Buffalo Bills, especially knowing that the Buffalo Bills really got thrashed stopping the run last season. Knowing what I know from the Buffalo Bills defense under Sean McDermott and Frazier, coupled with all the additions on this defensive line, the Buffalo Bills will dramatically be better at stopping the run this season, and more specifically against the Rams in Week 1. McVay will come out trying to run the ball, will not be successful, therefore will have to turn into passing the ball. As mentioned, a weak offensive line for the Rams and a great pass rush from the Buffalo Bills should make the ball come out in a hurry. Even Micah Hyde said that they will refuse to get beat deep in this matchup, and that has always been the case in the Bills' philosophy, forcing opposing teams to call a high number of plays and march their way down the field to score. The more plays, the more of a chance someone on the offensive side of the football is going to benefit the defense. It's a philosophy that works, a philosophy that McDermott believes in, and they refuse to give up the big play. The Rams have the benefit of not going against Trey White, but they really don't know the cornerbacks that they will face. Dane Jackson, Kaiir Elam, and Christian Benford. Allen Robinson is a physical type wide receiver, and he is a savvy veteran. I would say that Robinson could be better than all the perimeter cornerbacks for the Bills, but expect help over the top from Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Robinson won't be allowed a big play down the field. He'll be forced underneath where his game isn't the best. Cooper Kupp plays a lot of slot, and McVay knows that Taran Johnson is one of the best nickel cornerbacks in the game. Therefore, I believe they will mix Cooper Kupp on the outside against Kaiir Elam, Christian Benford, and Dane Jackson. Another reason being that Van Jefferson is out this matchup. Jefferson is another taller, physical wide receiver, which would be a good matchup and match up well with Kaiir Elam. But going against Dane Jackson, that would have been tough. Tyler Higby, their tight end, is 6'6", and we are waiting to see 6'6" Tremaine Edmonds take another leap in the pass coverage department this season. It will be a good matchup to watch. And on the flip side, the Buffalo Bills are now relying on Gabe Davis as a true number 2 wide receiver, as he has the best matchup in this game for the Buffalo Bills. Now, if Davis wants to prove himself as a true number 1 wide receiver in this league, Davis should be dominant this game going against David Long or whoever else they have out there. Troy Hill was rated the 6th best cornerback in the NFL last season, who will be going against Isaiah Mckenzie or Jamison Crowder. I'm staying away from Isaiah Mckenzie or Jamison Crowder this matchup. Mckenzie has been working with Allen for the past several seasons, and I think this would be a better start than Crowder. But still, against Troy Hill, I'm staying away from him. Dawson Knox just signed a big-time deal, $53 million deal with the Buffalo Bills. He will be going against Bobby Wagner and Leonard Floyd. This is also a no-go for me. Stefan Diggs versus Jalen Ramsey is also a no-go for me, although Knox and Diggs could come away with a touchdown. I don't see a high-production type of game from both of them. Diggs versus Ramsey in Week 3, 2020. Diggs went for 4 of 6 receptions for 49 yards and a touchdown. touchdown. I think this game is going to be close. It's going to be a tough battle. Gabe Davis has the most upside out of all the Buffalo Bills players, and I would be willing to gamble on a player such as James Cook. I think it will turn into a passing game. The Bills will give James Cook some targets and some runs. My wholehearted opinion is that Cook is going to break a long touchdown run. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my breakdown. Who do you think will have a big game? If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing for future content. Go Bills. Peace.